good morning, all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Alive, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, man, somber tone. Order 66 just happened on DOS Clone Wars. It was pretty crazy. We're going to break that down. I also want to talk about Sony being Sony. You know, I've defended Sony quite a bit on this program, on this channel. Defended their plans when it comes to the Sony Marvel Universe. Well, it ain't called the Sony Marvel Universe. They named it. It's horrible, the name. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that as well. Spoilers if you haven't seen ye old Clone Wars. What's up, everybody? I see a bunch of beautiful people in the chat this morning. Trinity's here. Stormbreaker. Russell's in the building. Grey Darn. Marvel Maniac. Fanjexture's here. Trev's here. James Black. Harvey. Sam. Tons of awesome people here. Adam G. Star Wars. Santa Dingo Gaming. Mike Porter. Captain Pennsylvania. Saggy. Cody. Zach. Owen, Bill M. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good day. Friday. Made it through another work week. Ain't that great, guys? Ain't that great? I hope that you all are doing very well. Man, so we'll get into the Clone Wars episode, and it's, man, I tell you, almost every day I'm reminded of the fact that I think we're probably living in a simulation. Yesterday, you know, we did the hot take and we talked about George Lucas. We talked about the little droids. And wouldn't you know it, those damn little droids make an appearance. They made an appearance in the Clone Wars episode. It's really crazy, kind of hilarious. George being George and Star Wars being Star Wars. So we will get into all of that. But you know what, folks? First, let's talk some Sony. Let's talk about those wonderful people at Sony. Chet? It's the craziest news of the day. Yo, this news is crazy. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just sipping my official coffee of the morning streams here on the Den of Nerds Live, Taylor Lane Organic Coffee. Go to taylorlane.com. Use the codes NERDS10 at checkout so they know we sent you over here. This, serenity in a coffee mug. Okay, so Sony just revealed the official name for their Spider-Man Marvel movie universe. Holy crap. Okay. First of all, ironic that comicbook.com uses a better name than Sony has officially revealed in the title for their article. This is hilarious on a couple of different levels. We were talking about the website. We were talking about SEO the other day as a community. Folks, DC tried to say, oh, DCEU, that's not a real thing. We never started that and all that sort of stuff. And people just ignored it. The reason was because it was already a keyword online. Spider-Man Marvel movie universe. It's hot. And also will be more searched for than the actual... Yeah. Okay, so I'll just read right from the article here. Once again on comicbook.com. Sony posted about their Spider-Man Marvel movie universe on social media, and fans thought it was the official name for their output. It turns out the official name is Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters. The official Spider-Man movie account posted an offer they're having with Amazon Prime to own all of the films from 3 different Spider-Men. They call it the Spider-Man Universe of Characters. Anyone who had Spider-Verse in the poll is probably pretty upset. This encompasses Tobey Maguire's Sam Raimi trilogy, Andrew Garfield's 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies, and Tom Holland's turn as the wall crawler in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For once, fans seem to be riding for all 3 actors and their take on Peter Parker. Later, IGN discovered that they should be called the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters. The account wrote on Twitter, join Spider-Man and all his friends while you swing through all the films from the Spider-Man universe of characters. Complete your hashtag Spider-Man collection with all this limited time Prime Video stuff. Spider-Man news has been all over the place in recent weeks in the studio's moving films due to the pandemic. Sony announced that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse fans would have to wait a little bit longer for the sequel to the animated smash hit. It's now slated for release on October 7th, 2022. If that weren't enough, the studio also moved its Uncharted movie into the summer release date, usually occupied by Holland's Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 3 will swing into theaters in October of 2021. When those reveals hit social media, fans lost their mind over the changes, with the rumors that blah, 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 blah. Look, he's just filling space here. Look. They've officially called it the Spider-Man Universe of Marvel characters. If that's the official name? It's not called the Spider-Man Marvel Universe. Chet, I can't even understand this article. What is the actual name? Does Sony even know what the actual name is? I was under the impression they were calling it the Spider-Man Universe of Marvel characters. Sony Pictures of Marvel. They're calling it Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters. Look, it doesn't. Honestly, put me back into the chat. Put me back into the chat, Chet. Guys. What are they thinking? I don't understand how they're this bad at a sure thing. Sony Marvel Universe. Okay? Look, you got the MCU. You're copying the MCU in every possible freaking way that you possibly can. It's nice and succinct. Marvel Cinematic Universe. MCU. It's got a nice ring to it. Sony Marvel Universe. SMU. Not as cool, but acceptable. Let me just do some quick writing here. I just want to this Spider-Man Universe of Marvel character. What? Smucks? Smuck. It's like, yeah, it's a bunch of smucks over there, basically, is what it is. They've named their cinematic universe after Tom Rothman. Look, I've been a defender of Sony. I've been a defender of what they're trying to do with the Sony Marvel Universe. Many of you are like, it's just Sony being Sony. Can't trust them. Well, I mean, look, they're dropping the ball on something this easy. And you might say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Kind of is. Kind of is a big deal. We don't even know what to call the fucking thing. You know what I mean? Venomverse, Sony Marvel Universe, Sony's Marvel Universe of movie characters, the Spider-Man universe of Marvel characters. What? Who was in that boardroom meeting? Who was in that meeting where they're passing around these names? Who greenlit this shit? Who said, yes, that's great? I really don't understand. Takes a little bit of my confidence away. For sure. Takes a little bit of my confidence away. Like, Sony, guys better know what you're doing. You guys better know what you're doing. It would be a shame if we had to riot on social media until Marvel got that Spider-Man character back. Look, I'm not calling for that. I've been very fair. I think that it's good that Sony has it. We can't let Disney have everything. You know, Disney. You don't ever want a monopoly like that, right? Creative monopoly, just as bad. However, if things like this continue to happen, we might have to put the full power of the Den of Nerds community behind making sure that Spider-Man goes back to Marvel. Because y'all can't be trusted. Y'all can't be trusted. But I want to know. I want to look. I want to look at the chat. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? That this is like, I'm not wrong, right? Like this is literally like some of the worst. I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. We're in quarantine. There's things going. It's a little wild. Should have just called it the spider web. That's better. Spunk. Sony Pictures Universe of maybe. Sony gonna Sony. Sony gonna Sony. Yeah. SUM Smuck. Yes. Or Sumk. Yeah. I don't know. SPUC Spumunk. Spumunk. Yeah, stupid as hell. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We only riot if Charlie Cox doesn't return. Well, I got to be honest with you. You're going to riot because Charlie Cox is not going to return. Stormbreaker. I apologize, but all signs point to no way. That report came out earlier this week where he talked about how he's not involved in Spider-Man 3. Now, technically, nobody's involved with Spider-Man 3 currently. But no, I very much doubt that Charlie Cox is coming back as Daredevil. I don't know if he's coming back, period. False report. Doesn't look to be a false report, my friend. Looks to be real. All right, guys, so I want to talk a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about this episode of the Clone Wars. I know many of the most... Not with that attitude, Josh. Look. You guys are cracking me up. Oh, nice. Smook. That like button. Well done, Star Wars Santa. Well done. Hey, Josh, you hear about the Universal versus AMC beef? I mean, I know about it a little bit. Didn't another theater chain also join in on that? Didn't Regal also back them up? I think that's pretty interesting. Look, we have plenty of time for Q&A today. I'm going to just talk about the episode next, and then we'll get into Q&A, guys. Because we haven't had a lot of Q&A time this week. It's a great... I love having the guests on, and we're going to continue to do that. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to do that. But there's just a lack of Q&A whenever we do that. So let me talk about this episode a little bit, and then we will get into Q&A, and we can talk about whatever you folks would like to talk about, okay? So, Chet, put me up on the big screen. Pause the music. Let me take a sip of my absolutely delicious official coffee of the Den of Nerds Morning Streams Taylor Lane Organic Coffee. Real quick. Use the code NERDS10 at checkout at taylorlane.com to support the channel. Wow. You can have some, Chet. No, I'm feeling generous today. I'm feeling generous. Have yourself some Taylor. Not mine. No. Oh, God, no. I don't want to catch your ugliness. Okay, look. Spoiler warning. If you have not seen the most recent episode, Shattered, of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, this is episode 11. It just happened, man, and it was wild. Once again, incredible episode. This last 4-episode arc looks to be mind-blowing, very, very good. High-quality stuff. Again, I just want to say, and I know there's people that feel differently about this, I was surprised at the number of people that chimed in on the last Clone Wars episode review talking about how much they love some of the filler episodes or some of the less than stellar episodes in the final season of the Clone Wars. Look, for my part, this final season of the Clone Wars didn't do it for me. Even with an incredible last arc, still no. Bad job, Disney. I feel like this was not a good final season for the Clone Wars. Having said that, of course, this last few episodes have been absolutely incredible, and I'm very grateful that they exist. A couple of things that jumped out to me as we went through the episode. First of all, at the beginning of the episode, apparently that is actually Sabine's mom with Bo-Katan there. We thought maybe the lady in pink or purplish hair from the Maul's baddies or whatever was of Clan Ren. I think maybe still of Clan Ren, maybe Sabine's aunt or something like that. But that was apparently Sabine's mom. But more importantly, when they're transporting Maul, they have him in a device that Bo-Katan reveals is old. It's from the old Jedi Mandalorian Wars. And so we get yet again another little tease of the Jedi Mandalorian Wars. If you're anything like me, you're just waiting for that to be fully explored in canon. Novel, show, live action or animation, doesn't matter. I want to see it. So, of course, any little tease like that, I'm hypersensitive to those teases of the Jedi Mandalorian War. I thought that was really cool. They get Maul on board. They put him below. There's an introspective moment with Rex and with Ahsoka. Now, before that, of course, there's a nice little scene that's literally ripped right from Revenge of the Sith. And Ahsoka comes in and explains that, yes, they have Maul. She's trying to get a message to Anakin. Anakin's sent to the temple to reveal to the Chancellor that they have or that they have Dooku, right? That they're going to end the war. No, it's not Dooku. They have Grievous. Sorry, Grievous escaped. They have Grievous. They've killed him. The war should be over. Okay? Now, that's a scene ripped right from Revenge of the Sith. And it's just so epic, again, to see how the Clone Wars has seamlessly tied itself into that canon. Now, when I see that scene in the prequels, I'll think to myself, wow, like literally right when they cut away, Ahsoka like rolls in. You know? Really interesting stuff. But again, a lot of tension between, the Jedi Way, the Council, and Ahsoka. It's really cool stuff. Yoda being Yoda, but it amounts to really nothing. It doesn't really... I mean, he was there for her, I guess, a little bit, but he still allows all of these things to happen, right? I think he's still on the hook. Anyway, we go back, and then they're in the ship, and there's this introspective moment between Rex and Ahsoka. Now, this was teased on social media before we get to this episode. It's a really cool moment, talking about the war. She's not supposed to be a soldier, but she's been a soldier in the Clone Wars since she was a Padawan. Rex and the clones feel weird about the war. A lot of them wish it didn't happen, but they wouldn't exist without it. There's a really cool moment where Ahsoka basically says, well, there's some good that has come out of it then, because the Republic couldn't have asked for better soldiers, and I couldn't have asked for a better friend. Foreshadowing. That moment will hang over what happens in the rest of the episode. It's really cool, man. It's really cool how it's set up. It's tragedy, right? If anything, there's so much tragedy in these episodes. But it's really well done. Then there's a meeting, a debriefing, and literally Lord Sidious executes Order 66. And Ahsoka and Maul both feel it happening. And this is such a cool moment. They use clips from the actual Revenge of the Sith. The voice actor that does Anakin in the Clone Wars and Hayden Christensen are both credited in the credits. And so there's a combination of those two voices layered over top of each other, but it creates an incredible moment. And honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this scene actually holds a little bit more emotion than even the scene from the movie. The scene in the movie doesn't have a lot of time to breathe. It all happens really quick. His turn is fast, and you really don't necessarily feel for Anakin that much because he's going dark side like super quick. It's such a fast heel turn. I think this was something that a lot of retractors of the prequels, and particularly of this moment in Star Wars, will tell you. That turn didn't do it for them. I honestly believe that the way it happens in this episode makes me feel for Anakin more. Maybe it's because it's through the lens of Ahsoka and she's been defending his honor this whole time and she just can't believe it or whatever. But I felt it, man. What have I done? Shit, bro, what have you done? You really fucked up. But in all seriousness, it was really emotional. It was really emotional. It was well done. Then she goes to confront Rex. Something horrible has happened with Anakin. She can feel it. and Rex turns on her. Wow. You know what's so crazy about that, too? The amount of memes that people made leading up to this episode where essentially the model of the meme was Sidious issues Order 66, Rex tells him to shove it. The amount of memes that were there about us being like, Rex ain't going to do it. You know, he's probably got that inhibitor chip out. He's not going to turn on her. Can't wait to see the look on Sidious's face when he's all like, yo, Order 66. And Rex is like, no. Well, ironically, all those memes were wrong, but it made it all the more heartbreaking. And I could sort of feel the internet as though a million memers cried out when Rex turns on Ahsoka, man. It was crazy. It was bad. It was emotional. Man, she's really good at deflecting blaster bolts, too, I'll tell you that. Incredible animation. It's an incredible scene, man. She's getting blasted, and she escapes. You could see Rex struggling a little bit, too. But, I mean, he has the inhibitor chip he's turned. So, Ahsoka goes and frees Maul. Really interesting. I thought they were going to team up. You know what I mean? I was thinking in my head, I was getting really excited. I was like, yo, Maul, Ahsoka team up. Here we go, baby. Woo! Doesn't happen. She instead, Peter Bailishes this whole thing. Chaos is a ladder. Go cause some chaos, Maul. You know? And lets him roam free. And whoa, baby, does Maul cause some chaos. You know, he's like, how about you give me a fighting chance, you know? And she's like, I'm not even rooting for you, bro. That was cool. Again, I'm going to compare things that have happened in the films just because I just think that it's so crazy how good the show is. The scene at the end of Rogue One, where Vader goes nuts on those rebels, is crazy. It's such a great scene. It shows how powerful Vader is. It shows the fear in the rebels. It's almost straight up out of a horror movie. It's very well done. I would venture to say, and this maybe it's a little hyperbolic. I just saw the episode. It's really hyped for me. Maul using the panels of the floor and of the sides of the ship and fighting against the clone troopers as he just badassly walks towards them, decapitating them by using the floor panel to throw it at them with the Force, chopping heads. I'm going to say it. I think it's equally as badass as the Vader scene. I'm going to go, as soon as this live stream's on, I'm watching this shit again. That was awesome. Like, that was really cool. That was really cool, man. I quite enjoyed it. So then, as the chaos is a ladder, she sneaks into the place where all the droids are. And this is where I just gotta... Are we in a simulation? We just talked about these droids yesterday. We just made fun of the droid episodes from the Clone Wars, where George wanted to have all the droids hanging out, having an existential crisis. Those freaking droids, they play a super big role in this show, and they literally help her save the day. And at first I was like a little bit like, no way. I was like, you cheeky bastards. You cheeky bastards. But then I had to smile about it. It's Star Wars. It's just something about how goofy, how ridiculous, how absurd, and yet kind of poetic, you know, kind of contextual, kind of funny. It's Star Wars. You know, I found myself like just laughing at it, you know, doing the Palpatine meme, ironic. We just shit on these droids yesterday on the stream. Ironic. They saved the day. She's able to discover the inhibitor chip. She's able to access records to discover a report filed by Rex about Fives and what happened with him when his inhibitor chip went off early, and surgically remove the inhibitor chip. And then Rex tells Ahsoka it's the entire Grand Army of the Republic that are being controlled in order to kill the Jedi Order. Earlier in the episode, Maul, when he discovers it, it's like, wow, brilliant. Genius. I had no idea, but that is brilliant. And now Ahsoka's left with that reality. I really don't even know what to expect in the next episode, but this was, out of all the different scenarios and ways that this could have played out, where we knew Order 66 was going to happen again, and it happens, I thought this was a really cool way to do it with Ahsoka, still tying it into Revenge of the Sith. Now, I imagine what will happen next week will be something to the effect of Ahsoka hearing about Anakin's turn, not wanting to believe it, maybe even having some contact with Kenobi and the people left from the Jedi Order, maybe Yoda, and her and Rex and some more members of the 501st probably just escape and go their separate ways. Maybe something interesting with Maul as well. I don't know. But either way, this was, again, just such a brilliant episode. Really emotional. Just fun, man. Just fun Star Wars. I couldn't rate it as high as the week before. I think the episode last week is some of the best Star Wars we've ever seen. This was not, but it was brilliant. It was brilliant. So, I don't know, guys. That's my breakdown. That's my thoughts. Good time to be a Star Wars fan, man. Monday. We get the finale Monday, guys. And just so you know, if you're watching this, on the replay, or if you're watching this, if we clip it out and put it on the main channel, Monday's going to be a big day for us. We'll be going live at 10 a.m. as per usual, but we're going to extend that stream and just have a bunch of fun Star Wars stuff. I think what we'll do is we will watch maybe that Mando documentary episode together. We'll do a watch through for that, and then we will do some gaming, okay? So I think we might then just kill the stream on YouTube and Facebook and hang out on Twitch. And for those of you that want to play some Star Wars Battlefront with us or watch us play some Star Wars Battlefront, we will do that on Monday as well, just to have fun, man. It's May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So look forward to that on Monday. Chat, put me back in the chat setting, man. In fact, let's just go right into Q&A. I'll probably only go for 20 more minutes, folks. But I'd love to know what you all are thinking. At least some of those droids were the same. I believe so. Yes. There's 2 pandas in here? And it comes out on Tuesday. May the 4th is Monday, correct? The first today. Yeah, May the 4th is Monday, my friend. Order 66 trending on Twitter. Yup. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, folks. What do you guys think? You want to play? Do you got the game, brother? I don't want to make you buy a game, though. Just to play with us. By the way, there's going to be plenty of opportunity to do gaming together, as we will, starting next week, there will be no morning stream on Fridays. We're going to try something out a little bit different. There'll be no morning stream on Fridays, and instead we will be doing a gaming stream on the Twitch. I hope we get Battlefront 3. There seems to be no plans for that. And Russell, on Monday, we're going to be playing Battlefront 2. But there's other Star Wars games that we can play as well. I have Jedi Academy. So we could get some Jedi Academy going on. That could be fun. But yeah, Monday we're just going to hang out, man. We're just going to have a lot of fun. Just hanging out. What time is the community stream tomorrow? No community stream tomorrow. We did a community stream Monday this week. Next week it'll be on Saturday. I know this is confusing. I want to try to find a way to make this simpler for everybody. I feel like we have some great things in play, but I feel like we are possibly confusing everybody. So I want to get on a clear page for it. But we do a community stream each week. The first week in a new month, which we're going to count next week as, because that's just how you do that. The first week each month, the community stream moves to Saturday. Just for people that can't make Monday nights. Normally, Monday nights are the community stream. And so there's no community stream tomorrow. However, what I'm trying to do tomorrow, community stream is the third Monday after the second Tuesday during a leap year. Yes. No, what we're going to do tomorrow, actually, and Stormbreaker, I'll hit you up about this if you want to help us out. What we're doing tomorrow is we are testing the setup for the trivia contest. And so I need a couple of teams of 4 and myself and some people watching so that we can, we're going to test out I'm going to do some more work on it today. Kiki13 says, I don't have Twitch. Are you going to stream you playing games on YouTube also? It would be nice if it's that don't have Twitch. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, look, here's the thing. Like, Kiki, I'll just be honest with you. Like, I feel like in order to grow our Twitch, we need to have some stuff that's just on the Twitch. I don't think, I think the simulcasting is great, and I think we'll probably continue to do that. But really, like, we don't really have a big following on Twitch at all. And I think in order to get the Twitch going, we need to have some content that's specific to that. But I can talk to the producers about that. We can talk about that. But I feel like it just won't work unless we get some people over there. You know what I mean? So as much as we'll be streaming on this live channel a lot. Like, the live channel is going to continue to stream, obviously. The main channel is going to continue to put videos out. But I think in order to have the Twitch grow and to get us some growth over there, we need to have some exclusive Twitch content. Like you said, there's really no reason for you guys to go over there if everything that we do over there is over here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not it's a tough thing. Are you playing on PC or console? Console. I'm on Xbox. That guy RJ, that's your buddy who's starting Twitch tonight he's streaming online poker. That's pretty cool. If you want to help out Yinzer Jim's buddy, go back to work mid-June. The only day I can make live is Friday then. Oh, no. That's tough. Yeah, Twitch is really focused on gaming. Yeah. How late are you? About 37 minutes. Yo, I had to leave and go watch the new episode. It's wild. I'm totally blown away, even though I knew it was going to happen. Yep. Oh, Yinzer Jim, you didn't have to do that, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks, man. This is Q&A. Yeah, we're in Q&A, baby. I understand about Twitch now. That makes sense. We all want the channel to grow. I'll see if I can download and figure it out. Quincy Miller, seeing these new episodes just gives me hope that Star Wars movies still can work. I hope. Yeah. I think there's a lot of... Dude, there's obviously a lot of hope to have with Star Wars. I think...
Thanks, Josh and fellow nerds, for another great week. Yes,
thank you, Yinzer Jim. Thank you. Here's something for Q&A. Which of the Taylor lanes is the official choice of the morning stream? Was looking to order some. Well, this right here is I believe it's either the morning blend or the breakfast blend. I've got and I like it a lot. I like their medium roast a lot. Let me give me 1 second. I want to look at the exact. Give me 1 second here. I am not in jammies. Don't tell anybody, Grey Dawn. Okay, look. This right here, Rise and Shine, I just tried this out. The Rise and Shine blend, I like it a lot. It's light, but it's a nice morning coffee. And then the goat roast, or goat rock rather, this is really good too. It's like more full. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Morning stream would be a good name, especially if it made you go pee. Yeah. But those are a couple of my favorites. This Rise and Shine is really, really nice. And the Goat Rock I like too. Do you play City of Heroes? You could do that. It's fun. Also, hi. What's up, Red Soul Beat? How you doing? Goat Roast. I don't play City of Heroes. I played DC Heroes for a little bit. I thought that was really cool. Good soldiers follow orders. We're beginning to think he didn't have legs. I'm not wearing jammies. You know, so some people do say that, though, to, like, YouTubers and stuff. They're like, I don't think he has legs. Owen asks, introduce first, X-Men or Fantastic Four? Well, you know, Jeremy Conrad seems to think that it is going to be Fantastic Four first. And you know what's funny? Like, I always viewed the X-Men as a more valuable property and a better property and sort of the way to go. But, you know, he brought up something interesting in that interview I did where he said, you know, the biggest bomb of last year was X-Men Apocalypse. Like, it was like a massive bomb, right? Well, the Fantastic Four movies, you know, especially that last one, didn't do very well. But it was a while back, man. You know, people are probably over that. And so the studio rationale is probably like, let's let X-Men chill for a little bit. And then let's do Fantastic Four. Where's the Den of Nerds merch? Well, there's already merch. There's already merch on the main channel. You can access our Teespring website. But to be honest with you, that is stuff that I need to update. So, but there's definitely like Den of Nerds shirts, Den of Nerds stuff that you can get from our Teespring store. I'll work on getting that on the live channel as well. But yeah, that's what we have right now for the merch. You know, it's so funny. The normal thing that we were going to do, we were actually in the process of trying to come up with some unique merch for each movie, believe it or not. And we were looking at like the MCU. I was gonna do these shirts for Black Widow and the Black Widow movie. Here, wait, let's see here. Pause the music and let's get this audio up because the robot voice is about to drop.
Just curious if you're a fan of the Halo series. I love the channel, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Telos. I'm a massive Halo fan. And we can talk all sorts of Halo, man. I'm really excited for Halo Infinite. Although I am nervous, a lot of the creative talent behind it has gone away. So, like, they've lost a few creative directors, I believe, and it's just like, I'm very curious. I'm like, what is going on with Halo Infinite? Like, you know, the Slipstream engine looks dope. Like, it looks beautiful. I assume it's going to have something to do with Cortana actually hacking and using technology from the Forerunners and possibly trying to use the Forerunner technology to take over the galaxy or to do something crazy like that. So, yeah, that's kind of where that is at. I feel like I was talking about something else before we got into the Halo stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like not fully all there. I didn't sleep super well last night. Let's see here. ID Revan says, if you need a graphic designer for merch, I'm down to help out. Dude, send us an email at thedenofnerds@gmail.com. I definitely need help. By the way, Fanjecture, Adam from Fanjecture sent me something yesterday. I just looked at it this morning. A outro. Well, maybe we can even plug it in today, but we'll definitely be plugging this into the show. An outro video that literally talks about Fanjecture's morning stream, our morning stream, and then Trinity's stream, and that sort of 3-hour block of streaming. And man, I gotta tell you, like, dude, I need to pick Adam's brain because his branding on his channel is so strong. Graphically, it looks incredible. I want to know how he made that, and I also want to try to steal him away from that to make us some dope shit like that. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. Fanjecture equal Chet? No. Fanjecture, Adam is at least 1,000 times better looking than Chet. Chet, I'm sorry. You know it's true. It's okay. Your mom still loves you. It's okay. But yeah, man, as far as Halo, man, whew. Big fan. I was there. I finished the fight. I still rock my Halo 3 shirt that I got when I finished the fight. And then I did a bunch more games after that. But yeah, man. Big time Halo fan. Whoa, man. I think it's like it's one of the most fun shooters. And I'm really excited. I hope there's a Battle Royale mode in the new Halo. I hope Halo just completely takes over. And honestly, I want the gaming, I want the Twitch and the gaming side of the channel to grow so that by the time Halo rolls out, we can be making a bunch of Halo content. We can be playing a bunch of Halo and just having a bunch of Halo fun. What is your opinion on Order 66? Where in the movie do you think we are? Clearly, the 501st received the order before all the other clone battalions. Yes, but I do believe it's all happening pretty much at the same time. I believe it's all happening right now. You know? So. But it's just crazy. I mean, look, this is what's so wild about it. Obi-Wan said in the last episode that the council suspects that Darth Sidious is the one that created the clone army and was playing both sides. So it's like they know, at least to a degree, that there's potential that this Sith Lord created the war and created all the clones, and they're still just rocking out with these clones? Man, the Jedi are kind of dumb, dude. Like, I kind of get Luke in Last Jedi a little bit more. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, the legacy of the Jedi is failure. Do you think Captain Rex got the order before Commander Cody? Probably, but I mean, like, it's all happening real quick, right? I mean, you know, Palpatine sits down at his desk and he's like, I'm going to hit up all the commanders. You know what I mean? Yeah, Halo's being made by 343 Instrument. Yo, what would be so cool to play as Mando and be able to customize your armor and everything? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I really liked the Old Republic, the MMO, but it's just so wildly out of date as a game. I would love a Star Wars MMO, a modern Star Wars MMO, which, by the way, if we get a Star Wars MMO, a new one in the next couple of years, the Den of Nerds clan will run that shit. Whatever server we get on, we will run that shit. You know what I mean? We would be a force to be reckoned with. Word. Adam is the man. Trinity, did you see the freaking video he did? Did you see that video that he has with all three of us? He's making us look really good. It's a really, really cool little video. Yeah, Spider-Man 4 is probably the best Marvel video game. Although I'm really partial to Contest of Champions. Not Contest of Champions. Ultimate Alliance 3. Ultimate Alliance 3 is really good, guys. I really enjoyed that game. I haven't played any of the DLC for it, but it's really cool. You saw it, Trinity? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Didn't come up with that, by the way. It was Sam asking about a Mando RPG. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate the question, Sam. Ryan from Nerdy Blurb TV collaborated on some well-produced and edited videos. I've already suggested a movie. Yeah, man, I want to see them. And you know what else too? Like if they're doing if they're just doing like great work like that, man, if they want to, we could do a collaboration and we could like put one of their videos on the Den of Nerds and try to like get it sort of to pop out there and then just tell people like where that shit came from and sort of get people to go check out their stuff. You know, because that's kind of a thing too. Like I've seen, you know, obviously the streaming collaborations, and the more we talk and have great conversations and it gets clipped out and put onto the video, it's great. It sort of gets people circulating. But honestly, like I feel like Trinity needs to just do a Den of Nerds video and then try to funnel people to his channel. I think Adam should probably just do a Den of Nerds video and then have people, because that's probably the best chance of it like popping out to, you know, we want to break into like the 20, 30,000, you know, maybe 40, 50,000 if it really blows up view count, and then really funnel some people off of that. But hey, man, there's a lot we're doing right now. We're juggling a lot behind the scenes, and you know, we're just doing the best we can. I thought that Order 66 occurred in episode 3. It does, yeah. I don't know if that's, yeah. The current Clone Wars episodes are happening in parallel with episode 3. Well said. Well said, Star Wars Santa. Chet can suck it. Nice. Nice. I'm going to be Sith, says Captain Pennsylvania. You know what? That would be a tough call, right? I mean, I think, frankly, we'd probably have Sith and Jedi in our clan, maybe, right? If that was possible, or even if it wasn't possible, we would just coordinate on Discord and have, like, light side and dark side. But that would be a really interesting one. We'd have to, as a community, we'd have to be like, okay, guys, if we're all going to play this game together, what faction are we going to be? Are we going to be on the light side, or are we going to be on the dark side? I feel like we would have to be on the light side. I feel like that's kind of more on brand for us, as much as I'm kind of Sith-like in some ways. I think that the on brand for us is on the light side, and just have maybe some gray Jedi. You know what I mean? We are dark. Gray side. What games do you play, man? And what are you on, console or PC? So I'm on both. I play, like currently right now, I'm really enjoying MTG Arena. So I like Magic the Gathering a lot. And a new set just came out a couple of weeks ago, and so I've been playing around there. I'd love to. I didn't get the chance to play any yesterday. I want to try to sneak away and play some today. It's tough, man. Like, it's so weird. It's weird. Like, I'm busier than ever, and it's like it feels like a lot of the world is not busy right now, and I'm like busier than ever, you know? And, you know, so the stuff I'm doing with comic books, like I'm writing and producing some comics because I want to get back into the comic book industry, and I've been working on projects there. I'm working on the website, working on the trivia stuff, trying to figure out and plan videos, trying to figure out and plan collaborations, trying to plan stuff down the line. A lot of stuff. So I wasn't able to really play much video games yesterday at all. I will say this, we had an incredible Dungeons and Dragons session yesterday with Jason as the DM. And I can't wait. Like, I know some of you guys are planning a I know some of you are planning a campaign with Jason as your dungeon master. Man, y'all are gonna have such a good time. We had an incredible D&D session yesterday. But so MTG Arena. I really like Rocket League. Been trying to get good at Rocket League. I really like Rocket League. I just discovered it. I dip into Fallen Order a little bit here and there. I still haven't beaten Fallen Order, so I dip into Fallen Order. I like Warzone a lot, but I haven't played Call of Duty in weeks. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Jason is the man. I need to get with you about maybe collaborating on a comic. I'd love to hear your ideas about comics, man. And honestly, I think you should write comics because you obviously know the medium very well. And so, yeah, you should be doing it. Look, there's a lot of opportunities for me in comics now because, like, the way it worked was I was actually an editor-in-chief for a small press company. Very small publisher. But I was an editor-in-chief of a comic book imprint for that small press company that I literally named. I called it Red Band. Okay? So I don't think I'm going to, but I could potentially, if I wanted to, come back and probably do that again. I think, frankly, I'm just too busy to do something like that. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, I could probably get some people connected in the industry and help someone to get a comic book out there. If you want to get a comic book out there, Trinity, I'll help you. That's what I'm saying. Sounds dope. Pixar, it didn't happen. I mean, I got the pics. Here, let me see something here. Yeah, a lot has changed since I was editor-in-chief. But here, I'll throw this in. I'll give them a little I'll give Short Fuse a little love. Check this out. If you go to this website, check out that website. You can buy my comics right on that website. But if you're a Patreon supporter, you don't have to buy the comics. Just hit me up. I can send you them. I can send you digital copies, and I can also send you I'll ship you out physical copies once the things die down and get a little less crazy out there. But I think, I mean, that book, Moros, Moros, that was my baby, man. That was my first creator-owned comic book. And then the guy that I did a Cyberpunk Robin Hood comic book. And the artist that worked with me on that Cyberpunk Robin Hood comic is the guy that's doing the Star Wars fan fiction webcomic with me. And man, we have a meeting later today, actually. Probably about to call him in about an hour. And we're going over all sorts of cool stuff, man. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun working on that comic. But anyway, going back to my point. The point was, I left comics to focus fully on YouTube. And YouTube has been fruitful. We've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of success on YouTube. Now, we're going to continue to have a lot of success. Obviously, pandemic, fucking advertisers pulling out, everything that we cover being delayed. There's been a few bumps in the road in 2020. However, we'll be fine. Everything will pick back up again. The channel will blow up. We're doing a lot of cool things in the interim. I'm very excited about the trivia contest. A lot of cool stuff. Point being, I felt kind of bad, man, because I left comics and kind of became, whatever small amount of internet famous you want to call it. And I never came back to comics. I never leveraged the audience that I now have to help the comic book industry. Do you know what I mean? So, my plan was always to come back in 2020 and to leverage the channel and to leverage the views that we get and the people that, follow my stuff. If they like comics or if they just like me and they want to check out my comics or comics that I'm involved with, hell yeah, let's get that going on. You know what I mean? So that was always the plan, and that is still the plan. But there's a lot to it. I don't think I can come back and be an editor-in-chief. I just don't think I have the time. I don't think I can do it. I could maybe creatively consult. I could definitely write. I'm still just trying to figure some of that stuff out. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of things going around in my head. I'm trying to figure out the different pitches, figure out the different projects and stuff like that. So, but that's on top of all the other stuff that we're doing for the channel. So I've just been super busy. Been real busy. I believe, let me check something here. Trinity, do you use Comixology at all? I thought our full issue was on Comixology. I know Morose is, but yeah, if you like Cyberpunk, I'll send you that stuff later. I want to show you something on the old Comixology, brother. I got to get you on there. I like Comixology. I think its UI needs to be much better. I think the UI needs to be much better. The website hasn't really improved a lot over the years. It could be so much better. But yeah, I like the ease of digital comics and that reading experience. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Maybe you can join. Just got to ask Jason. Yep. You just got to find out if he's got room for it. Man, you guys are so awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out, man. Educate my kids. Yeah, go educate them. Dingo, I'll tell you, man, there's a lot of great comics you can start with. Trinity has a bunch of really great streams about that very topic, about what comics to sort of dip your foot into. How do you start with comics? There's a ton of great ones out there, but we'll be the first movie to break 1 billion. You mean after this? Whew. Maybe it's going to be tough, dude. Maybe something next year. If not something next year, I think Doctor Strange 2 is probably a lock for a Billy. Hopefully things are just kind of back to that. Trinity has no good streams. He's the worst. Well, that's not the way that your dope outro video thing made us feel. Trinity has you reading 4 million comics. Thank you for the amazing stream. Thank you. Nerd is the word. Thank you all, man. Guys, we got something special happening here. You know, like honestly, we got something special going on here. Where I think we're able to really just have level-headed conversation and get back to just being nerds. And even though we dip into, you know, controversial things and we dip into some things that are not necessarily just pop culture, I feel like we're really fair. And I've seen a great movement of people in the chat to be just a little bit more open-minded with people that have a different opinion of them and not attacking them and stuff like that. And I feel like literally, if we keep at this, if we keep doing this, if we keep sort of creating that open environment and an environment where we're not going to attack each other, but we will sort of introduce the different sides of different elements, we could be this shining thing in a world of darkness and really have just this great community, man, where we can get past a lot of the BS, where we can maybe more appropriately talk about some of these issues in a less hyperbolic way. You know what I mean? Like, we only attack Chet. Amen. And Chet's more than willing to do it. You know? I'm right. Everything else is wrong, says Jacob's Quest. Oh, man. Look, we're doing it. We're really doing it. And we're going to keep doing it, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, David. Appreciate you. Just put the trash where it belongs. No, you guys are awesome, man. I really do appreciate it. Is Trinity live yet? Can we get a roll call? Bueller? Here, as we get to Trinity, I will tease a little bit more of the Star Wars fan fiction. Here we go. We got Trinity stream pulled up. Not live yet. Very soon though. I'll post it up there. Okay. Most of I'll talk about the Sith because we went over this. I did this big world building document and a lot of like design influences and just conversations about what we wanted to do. So most of the Sith in our story are going to be dressed in black with like a little bit of red accents, but the Emperor, well, he's actually called the High Lord of the Sith, and all of his personal guard, they're all majoritarily wearing red with black accents, and all of them are rocking dark sabers. Now, not dark sabers like the dark saber, normal lightsabers with a dark saber crystal and a blade. And the whole idea is like we wanted to create a take on the Praetorian Guards, except they are actually Sith, and they're armored and dope, but they're all rocking red with dark saber blades. Now, the thing that's crazy is the book itself is actually going to be in black and white, but we'll color some things here and there, you know, just to give like a feel for it. But like Steven is the artist, my artist is really excited about some of the design choices we're making and how to do it in a black and white sort of manga style. I'm pretty pumped, man. It's going to be cool. We are Groot. He said we're a great freaking community. Only he didn't use freaking. Need a lightsaber in your life? High Lord is who I'll be later today. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Or a blaster? Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Stuff's going to be cool. I'm very excited for it. Okay, I've got Trinity's link. He's not exactly live yet, but I'm telling you, any second now, the man himself's going to pop up. So follow the link. Follow the link over there. Give Trinity some love. You want to watch the animated series? What should you watch first? I mean, I really like Rebels. A lot of people like Clone Wars. The only thing with Clone Wars is it's an investment, and there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of ups and downs. Thanks, man. Thanks. So I would say Clone Wars, but there's probably like some articles and videos online that'll tell you like what are the essential episodes of the Clone Wars. Probably just watch those. And yeah. All right, guys, we're going to call it there. Head on over to Trinity Stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll be back at it on Monday. Faux show. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I will see you in the next